Understanding erectile dysfunction. What could be funnier than popping a cork? And what's more annoying than attempting to open the top but failing? Let's talk about erectile dysfunction, to be quite explicit. A person with erectile dysfunction could never be able to have an erection or might not be able to get one that lasts long enough for penetrating sexual activity. People who experience erectile dysfunction frequently describe experiencing humiliation, frustration, embarrassment, and performance anxiety. This might eventually result in sadness, anxiety, and issues with self-esteem due to how serious it could be. There are other misconceptions about erectile dysfunction as well. Occasionally having trouble getting an erection, losing interest in sex, and experiencing issues with ejaculation, such as premature or delayed ejaculation, are not symptoms of erectile dysfunction. The consumption of pornography does not appear to alter erectile function, according to research. In a recent study, it was shown that, among those who watched porn in small, medium, and big amounts, those who watched it in the middle had a higher likelihood of reporting erectile dysfunction than those who watched it in the little or large amounts. The repercussions on people and relationships are quite real, despite popular misconceptions about what erectile dysfunction is and isn't. Shung discovered that 75% of those with ED were sexually unhappy in 2021, and the majority of participants felt that ED was a problem. In the same study, 82% of ED patients' spouses also reported having a bad sexual experience. Additionally, it has been discovered that those with ED may be more severely depressed and have poorer self-esteem. Nearly 30 million people are thought to have ED, which indicates the need to reorganize therapy to maximize sexual enjoyment. Therapy for ED. Many different approaches are utilized to treat ED. The most prevalent approach among them can involve using parade 5, phosphodiesterase 5, inhibitor tablets as part of a drug-based therapy. The brands of these medications are Cialis, Levitra, Viagra, and Stendra. They often aid in establishing and maintaining an erection and are taken 30 to 60 minutes before to sexual activity. They are only available by prescription and are effective in 43 to 83% of the individuals who take them. An erection vacuum is an example of an external therapy option for individuals who choose not to use medication. Pumps known as vacuum devices seal off the base of the penis and suck blood into the shaft. The penis is kept upright by the placement of a band to stop the blood flow in the shaft and glands. It is important to examine the mechanical quality and long-term usability of vacuum devices before purchasing one from one of the many shops or websites that sell them. Although ED may be treated mechanically or pharmaceutically, there are times when surgical intervention is required. Vascular surgery or a penis implant are examples of surgical treatments for ED. Vascular surgery is time-consuming and does not always result in a functional penis. An inflatable or malleable device is inserted into the penis as part of a penile implant to maintain an erection. Surgery is only utilized in cases where other therapies, such as medication, have failed. This also covers the administration of treatments. It is impossible to ignore how erectile dysfunction affects society. With sadness, worry over performances, and other psychological elements. Additionally, talk therapy can support confidence building and anxiety reduction. In particular, sex therapy can assist in decentering penile pleasure and ensuring that partners are sexually pleased with one another. A fresh perspective on sexual pleasure. Sex doesn't begin and finish with a hard penis is a term I frequently use in sessions. Unfortunately, people no longer remember that there are other and usually more potent and larger sexual organs since sexual enjoyment has become so dependent on an erect penis and its functioning. When a person fully knows their partner, they may seduce the brain, which is the most potent sexual organ. The skin is also the greatest sexual organ and may provide enormous quantities of pleasure. And these are only a handful of the body's pleasure regions. The stimulation of the prostate gland and other bodily organs can cause orgasmic experiences in men with penises who have not had their prostate removed. Using sexual assistive devices and other body parts, Persons who have a prostate can engage in milking and prostate play. Ejaculations, erections, and orgasms can all happen separately. This is something that is sometimes misinterpreted. This indicates that erections are possible even in the absence of orgasm or ejaculation. An erection and an orgasm can occur without ejaculation, and vice versa, as can an orgasm without an erection. Even while each can occur on its own, it can sometimes require practice and awareness of one's body to be able to distinguish between them and feel pleasure. As for the indicated partner happiness, 70% of those with vaginas do not climax only from penetration, indicating that being able to put an erect penis into the vaginal opening is not the primary means to deliver a partner with a vagina the most intense pleasure. This process of learning to increase access to pleasure can be supported by working with a sexuality specialist. Erectile dysfunction may be a painful experience that hurts a person's relationships and physical, psychological, emotional, and social well-being. However, with assistance and encouragement, it need not prevent you from enjoying pleasure.